you guys, it's Lacey. So I am bringing you another house building video today. This one is called Luxury in the Suburbs, and I think that the name is pretty fitting for it because it's definitely luxurious and it's definitely kind of borderline, you know, like suburby type. I don't know if that's a word, suburby, but I think it's really cool and I really think you guys will like it. I really love it in particular because of the backyard. The backyard is pretty awesome and pretty luxurious. I spent a lot of time on the backyard, so I really hope you guys like it. And yes, it is a very large house. So many bedrooms. I think there's 5 bedrooms with a possibility of having 6. Yeah, it's huge. And it's all on one level. You could definitely make a second story because there's enough, you know, ups on the upstairs that you could actually make a second story if you wanted to. But I really don't think you need it. There's plenty of room. I really like the layout of the house too. I think it's pretty awesome. I definitely had a few challenges with the build as far as making sure there was enough room, and on the sides I was like, oh, is this slot going to be big enough? But I ended up getting it figured out in the end, and I think you guys will really like it. I definitely furnished it in more of like a transitional way. I didn't want it to be super modern, but I also didn't want it to be super, you know, traditional. So I would say it's a good mix between the two. It's definitely more of a transitional feel, I feel like. So I think you guys will really like it. So yeah, there's definitely, as you can see, I definitely did a few things differently with the roofing on this build. I made sort of like a second story that's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it, but you guys will see as I'm doing it that I definitely like the way this house ended up. So I hope you guys like it too. But yeah, I did have a few issues with the roofing where I was like, how am I going to do this? But I ended up getting it figured out in the end. See, as you can tell right there, there's definitely enough room to make a second story if you wanted to. That's all of that is covered by roofing though. But you could easily change that if you wanted to, and like change the roofing around a little bit and do whatever you wanted as far as, you know, making a second story if you wanted to. But really, I don't see the point in that because there's so much space downstairs that you really don't need to. And I did actually try to put a basement in this house, but for some reason the basement was kind of, I don't know if the basement tool was glitching out, or I'm really not sure what was going on. If it was because I had a foundation, maybe that's why. I don't know. I really don't. You guys probably know that I don't really do basements too often in my builds. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's wasted space in this game for some reason. I don't know. I just never do it. But I was going to in this build because I was going to put a blah, blah, blah. I was going to put a blah, blah, blah. I was going to put a home theater in, which, yeah. I didn't end up putting in because the basement tool was not really working for me. So, yeah, I didn't do that. So yeah, I really love this build. I love the screenshots I took of it too, because I think that the sun was like beating off of it in such a way where it looks really like serene and it looks really cool. So I really liked that. And I liked the different roofing aspects I did with it, just to, you know, add a little bit of character and make it a little different and fun, even though it's definitely a, you know, like a suburban. It's got that suburban feel to it, a very big suburban feel because it's a very big house, but I could definitely see myself living in this house. I definitely really like this house, and I hope you guys like it too. So yeah, it's definitely like huge windows all over. Like I did big windows all over. Lots, like a ton of natural light on the inside. As you can see, I use these big windows right here. They're actually not the floor to ceiling windows, but they're still very big and let in a lot of natural light. So I really love the big windows that I chose. So yeah, I think you guys will really like it. I didn't speed this build up too fast so that you guys could kind of see a little bit of what I was doing. I tend to sometimes speed up the videos pretty fast, so you know, I don't know. So this, I'm still working, or I think I'm going to be starting work on the backyard soon, and I really think you guys will really like it. It's pretty awesome. I've probably already said that, but you know. So yeah. Again, with the big, huge windows all over, I did as many as I could. I wanted it to be very light and bright with like huge windows and like great natural light. But yeah, as you guys can see, the layout, if I can figure out the word, the layout on the interior is very complex and very different, but I wanted it to be that way. I wanted it to be something a little bit different and open. You know, a lot of my builds are very open concept, like the kitchen and the living room kind of flow in together. In this build though, the living room is separate from the kitchen. It's still very, like, it still seems like it kind of flows though, like that room right there. Yeah, you probably didn't see it, but yeah, the room right there that I'm working on right now where I'm doing the fireplace and making it a two stories tall living room. That's the living room, but it definitely feels like it's very open to the rest of the house. So, I mean, you can easily probably see the kitchen from the living room. So, yeah, that's what I did. And I do end up taking them shelves out because I decide to put windows there. More natural light. There was probably enough windows in there to begin with, but I was like, you know what? I want more windows. So, yeah, I put more windows in. So yeah, this is the front of the house. I'm just trying to see if I want some different colors. I didn't like that that light tannish color board, whatever, that I did initially. It seemed to make everything sort of blend in together, and there was no like separation. So yeah, I definitely decided to go with the grayish bluish colored wallpaper, whatever. But yeah, so I believe I'm finally starting on the exterior on the backyard, which I think you guys will really like because it's awesome. I love it. I spent a lot of time with it to make it look very luxurious and very fun, so that your Sims will feel like they're on like a luxury retreat every time they go into their backyard. Yeah, so I end up changing that, and I end up putting these things on the sides of it to make it a little bit more enclosed, and doing some little accent pieces, making it look very pretty, you know, around the outside. And I also do a few other things that I think you'll like. But there is there is an outdoor kitchen on the porch back there, like a grilling area, a bar area. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I do enclose the entire backyard, so it's very closed off. It's very, you know, private back there. You guys, yeah, I love it. So over here I did a little bit of gardening stuff, so if your Sims like to garden, you know, there's plenty of room there. This is the grilling area, and then over in this area is the bar. I do end up taking out those counters in the back there. I felt like I needed a little bit more room where that fireplace was, so I just put the bar there, and then, yep, you guys can see what I did right there. So there's a full bar, full grilling, full eating, full everything you want is right there. And then I added these things, which I kind of makeshifted, as you can tell. I makeshifted these little lounging chairs on the side of the pool and then put some of these cute little things right there. I really love that backyard. I totally want to go to that backyard. Like, I would definitely go there. So now I'm just going out front, adding a few little extra, you know, like little accents on the outside of the house to give it a little tiny bit more character. I do put some vines, as you can see, going up this side of the build right here, just to give it a little bit of character and make it not look so completely dull right there, because I didn't put any windows on that side. So I did a few little, like, you know, vines climbing up the wall sort of thing. Yeah, so I believe I just need to do a little bit more landscaping in the front of the build and add a few more little pieces. Yeah, so yep, a little bit of landscaping. I didn't go overboard on the landscaping in the front because I had quite a bit of landscaping and quite a bit of stuff in the back. So I just did basic in the front, and then now I'm trying to add some cool lights, like cool light fixtures around the pool area, which I did right there, which I think looks pretty cool. And now I'm going in and adding more lighting so that it's not completely dark back there if you guys want to have a nighttime party. And I added those cute little like things with the candles around the hot tub because I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, there's plenty of lighting back here. I think you guys will really like it. And I might be going inside now finally. 12 minutes in and we're finally going inside. Oh, and this is where I was trying to figure out how to do the basement, which, yeah, it wasn't working for me. I did this awesome little, like, as you can see, like, you enter in on that marble flooring, and I thought that looked really neat. I just think it was different and it looked pretty awesome. So, and there you can see is where I added the windows on the side of the fireplace feature. And I also did like a wall feature. Like, okay, like there's the fireplace, and then on the side of the fireplace is like wood. So yeah, I did something different. And for some reason, this is really ticking me off, okay? But for some reason, the cabinets are glitching out in their colors. For the past like 3 builds I've done, the cabinets, not the counters, but the cabinets are glitching out on their colors. Like, those cabinets are supposed to be white. They're supposed to match the color of the counters right there. But obviously you can see that they look like they're some sort of like colorless void of a color. And yeah, that's really taken me off because it really throws everything off for me. It's supposed to be white. So hopefully when you put it in your game, it'll be white and it'll be better than that. And I'll also, see, there you go. It's supposed to be white. Definitely not white. Definitely like colorless void. But yeah, so this is the kitchen I'm working on right now. I do sort of like a subway tile look in the back there, but then behind the stove, I did like a mosaic sort of thing, which I think looks really cool. I think it gives the kitchen a little bit more character to have a mosaic behind like just the stove. So yeah, I thought that looked really cool and definitely something I would like in my house. So yeah, huge island, definitely a lot of space on the island, definitely a lot of space in the kitchen, period. Like, I guess maybe not a ton of counter space, but with the island, I think it really helps and really adds to it. So, yeah, so I definitely add in quite a bit of little, decor items in here, as you can see. I'm going through adding a bunch of stuff in here, some cookbooks, and I did keep a little bit of counter space open so you guys can cook and do your thing. And then this is the dining space right here. It's supposed to be more of like a breakfast nook, but I did do a whole dining table right here just to give you, you know, this is a pretty large house, so you're going to need the room, you know, to eat. So on top of the island right there where there's the seating around the island, you also have the seating right there at your dining table. So there's plenty of space. You could definitely have, like, let's see, I have 4 bedrooms on that side right there, and then the master bedroom. So you could definitely have 6 or more people living in this house, for sure. Like, there's definitely plenty of room for that. So yeah, now I'm going to work on the living room, which I think is super awesome. I think maybe I end up leaving those windows just curtainless, maybe. But yeah. So this is the living room. Nice and big rug in there. I think it looks pretty cool. Definitely more of a transitional, not super modern, but definitely something I could see myself living in, and that's, you know, that's the point. I definitely love this house. I seriously, like, this is almost borderline like my dream house. Borderline. Maybe a tad bit too big for me. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's not too big. Maybe I definitely would live in this house. But I definitely use, like, my style, I guess you would say, in this house a little bit more than I have in previous builds. I definitely think I could agree with that. Like, it's more of like my style. Now, I don't know about the bedroom, like if that would be my style necessarily. Yeah, I guess it would. I love the color on the walls, the like bluish, greenish sort of color. I definitely like that color, and I definitely love the color of the floorboards, the gray. I think that looks awesome, and I like the darker colors in the bedroom because I feel like your bedroom should be, you know, I don't know, I personally feel like your bedroom should be kind of like darker. It's just my opinion though. Some people like light and bright colors, but me personally, I would definitely have like all them curtains would be like closed. Maybe not during the day, but at night they would all be closed, and there would be like absolutely no light in my bedroom because I cannot sleep with any bit of light in my room. So yeah, that's a thing. So again, I use the idea of makeshifting a little lounge chair. So I makeshift 2 little lounge chairs in there to lounge, and then I like put a ton of stuff on this dresser for, you know, for the female in the room. And I believe I'm going to go work on the master bathroom now. Yes, that is what I am doing. So this is the master bathroom. I'm trying to add a few different colors, which I end up just keeping kind of like the same. So yeah, this is the master bathroom. But yeah, there's definitely a ton of furnishing in this build, so I probably won't be able to talk through all that because there's a ton of furnishing, so I'll probably let you guys just listen to some music and watch the rest of the furnishing. But I really hope you guys like this build. I really love it. I think that there's a lot of cute little characteristics to it, and I really hope you guys like it. So let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Let me know if you love it, if you hate it. And yeah, give me a like and give me a comment. Don't forget to watch the rest of the furnishing, and don't forget to subscribe if you don't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a good day. Okay, bye.